What did you say?
We putting it in team advance now or just later?
I'm going to say later because I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So if everybody can mute, well, I can actually mute everybody's lines out. And I thank you all for being here so very, very much. And Miss Angela from Atlanta, she was the first person on. So Angela, so for anyone that doesn't know, Angela is actually sponsored by Stacy Ragland. And so she was super excited to be here. And I know Stacy is usually on here as well. I have like a little gift for you, Angela. It is basically like a weekly little small planner. It's a Vera Bradley planner and it has like days in it. So I want to get your information and you can kind of use it. You might have your own planner or you may have your own journal. But I just want to gift this to you for being here bright and early, okay? So I'm going to set that aside for you.
Thank you, Miss Tanya. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. No problem, no problem. So as you all heard, I'm big on motivation and inspiration. And so I switched it up. I go back and forth. One of my favorite people is Eric Thomas, Les Brown as well. I listen to a lot of people. And so I never know what the message is going to be, but he was speaking about it's possible. You know, we have to have a certain type of belief system and faith. And you could be anywhere tonight, but you decided to be here on the PODS training. So I thank you so very much. So you obviously feel that there's value in you being here tonight. So thank you so very much. For anybody that does not know who I am Rising Star Patricia Eiland. I actually live here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And so what's significant about this day today is August 3rd. And 6 years ago, I moved here to Raleigh, North Carolina. I moved here from Phoenix, Arizona. And when I moved here, I had a couple different cities and actually the opportunity to move to Atlanta. And I feel that God saw it for me to actually move to Raleigh because he knew that I was going to get connected to TLC. And a year later, I've been a basketball referee for over 17 years. And on the basketball court, that's actually how I learned about Total Life Changes. And the beauty about being here in Raleigh, I get to be connected. When I had the camera off, you saw that it was our ambassador, Dexter and Tanya Scott, and he set me right here to be connected with all this great leadership. So I'm very, very grateful. So tonight we're going to talk about, Angela, I know that you're relatively new. Aaron and Cheryl Lynn, if you all can unmute and let me know how long you have been in business.
Officially been part of Total Life Changers since Saturday.
Congratulations. Congratulations on becoming a new life changer. And who is your sponsor?
It's LaShawn.
All right. Okay. You got an amazing sponsor, amazing upline, downline, sideline.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
pretty much. Yeah.
thank you so much for, we say those who show up, go up, and you took the time to be completely plugged in and our PODS training, as well as our daily 10-minute tip of the day, our 8 p.m. business opportunity call. The more you stay plugged in, the more you know, the more your business is going to grow. So thank you for taking out the time tonight to be here. Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Sherilyn, how long have you been a life changer? You're muted. You gotta unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, actually, I just got started again, 2000 and I think 18. Yeah, I just got started again in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so who's your sponsor?
My sponsor is Sheila Patrick in North Carolina.
All right, and where are you out of?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, I'm from Columbus. I'm a Buckeye too.
Yes, ma'am.
Small world. Yes, that's
Yes.
awesome. Well, you got to spread TLC all over Ohio.
Yes.
There are other life changers there. You probably already know, but good to have you on tonight as well.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. And I see Ashley Brown. How you doing, Ashley? So tonight, I'm actually we're going to start with getting started. And I know some individuals have been here, a little bit longer, but how you start kind of sets the precedence of how your success can be, and sometimes we want to skip about and then we end up going out doing our business and we have a lot of questions, but our brand ambassadors, Greg and Latika Scott, they put together our training TLCreps.com website. And so I highly encourage my team, whenever I sign someone up, I set them off on, these are the things we need to do. I want you to do, and then I'm gonna come back and give them a homework assignment and go back. Because what ends up happening, if you skip about, once you're out talking to people, you're like, what do I do? What do I say? But if you follow the systems, we got systems, easy systems in place. We're going to set you on the right track so you'll be able to duplicate what we have going on. And I say that because I've been a life changer. November 8th will be 5 years. And I didn't always follow the system. I was all over the place. We say ignorance on fire. You be so excited. You got these great products and you want to share with everybody, but you be a hot mess out there sharing. Because you're really not following. But the true duplication, one thing I know for sure with Global Director LaQuadia Smith, as well as National Director LaShawn Williamson, is success happens when you're able to show others how to duplicate and grow the business. The retail is great. We can retail all day long, but you don't want to retail for life. The whole point is we are here to work together and grow a business collectively. Okay, so getting started, everyone should be familiar, and I'm kind of reading, I got my notes over to the side, so if I look away, that's what I'm doing. TLCoffice.com, we want to make sure everybody knows how, because some people may not, if you're new, you may not, and let me know, Angela, as well as Aaron, because I know you all are just coming on board. If I speak too fast, put it in the chat. Also, LaShawn Williamson is also one of the trainers. Sean or LaQuadia as well. If you see something I don't see, hand up or just interject and say, hey, Patricia, they had a question. I would greatly appreciate you all's help with that. So the portal, TLCioffice.com, that's going to take us into our back office. So our back office in TLC, it's our business. It's where everything happens, just like if you have a job, or if you have had an employer, you have to log into their systems. We have our own systems, and it's very simple once you learn the system. But you need to go into, even if you say, well, I'm not binary qualified yet, you need to go into your iOffice every single day. But a very simplistic system where you don't have to log into the TLC iOffice is uploading the Life Changer app. And everyone who's new, we all get the app for 30 days for free. So you can see all the great tools where you're able to share, you're able to sample. There's 6 drop down boxes. So you can either, maybe send it out of order. You can sample, share, you have your prospects, you have your alerts, you have your events, and then you have your actual TLC back office. And most of the time we're either sharing, sending a sample, or going directly. We use that app to go directly into our back office. So if Angela and Aaron, you have not uploaded the app, please do and get familiar with it. And then after 30 days, it's a one-time lifetime fee of $19.95, but it's going to be one of the best investments you can do, because you could take your business anywhere on the go. So TLCI Office, the Life Changer app, please get that. So I'm going to actually log into or share my screen. Let me bring this up so everybody can see. It's there, and hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to actually log into the dummy account, but it'll give you guys a chance to see, because I want to make sure everyone has update their photo. And the reason being, let me come back to you guys so I can share the screen. Okay. Let me know if someone can just say, yes, Patricia, we can actually see it. Give me 1 second. Dashboard. Okay, I think that's it. And share. Close. All right, can everyone see our back office? Can you see the iOffice?
It hadn't come up yet, Patricia. It's still loading.
Okay, is that me, Miss Mia?
This LaQuadia.
Oh, LaQuadia, you sound like Miss Dr. Mia Earl. Thank you so much.
I see it now. I see it now.
All right, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Perfect. So the importance of having your picture loaded is I do not want somebody going to somebody else's website. If we've been out there sampling, we say 1052, you're out there sampling, and then someone says, you know what, I think I want to go ahead and get something from Aaron. You know, I sampled that tea and that tea been working really well. You know, we all have our IBO or a life changer number. What I know is that oftentimes, sometimes people convert the numbers and they convert it and they're not paying any attention. They're so excited. It could be in somebody else's back office or in somebody else's shop. And so I want to make sure that they're on your shop. Now, if you look up here, it says John Doe test. There's not a picture there. You can actually go into your profile. Hold on a second. Let me hit this here. And it's different actually on the laptop versus on my mobile. On the mobile, I can go in and edit profile, but I'm going to click on change. See if it's going to do it. Okay, there we go. And so as you see, it says avatar. It's the same. It's going to say it on your mobile device, avatar. And you want to go in and edit the avatar, which is a picture, and choose a picture. Now, I want to share this with you all because it just happened to be the same situation. Up until a week ago, or up until a couple of days ago, I had a picture when I had hair on my head, and I told Tanya, I said, we got to update that picture because if anybody doesn't know who I am, they're looking like, well, who is that? And you don't want anybody you meet say, this isn't the person that I met. Your friends and family may know you, but you want to have a current picture. You know, it's the same as when people send us photos and we meet them and they don't look nothing. You're like, well, who is this? So you want people to know, this is Angela, this is Aaron or LaShawn or whoever, or LaQuadia. So that is how you update your picture. You just go in and do the avatar edit. If you're doing it on your mobile device, it may take a moment. You may not see it, but when you go out and come back, you will see it. Some other key things on here, scroll down, you see your email, your website, and you can edit. So you know how I said we have our life changer number, our IBO number. I always like make sure a person, my business partners change over and make sure they put in, if it's a LaQuadia Smith, that's what you put in. And I always say how people know you, how you want to present yourself to the world with your retail site. It's got your username, your password, and then it's obviously this is a corporate, so it would have all your personal information in there as far as where you live, placement, and everything. So very important, upload your picture, confirm. Okay, so, and what it does is it confirms that this is your website. It avoids people from ordering from other people's site. So I'm going to go into, we're going to move along because if you all have any questions, I want to be able to field any questions. Account setting, customer account. So we are our own customer. So it's very important that you know how to set up your own customer account. And the other reason that you want to become your first customer, and what you would do is hit enrollment. And you obviously, we're all life changers, so we can't be, you know, we can't duplicate ourselves or clone ourselves. So you're going to go in. It gives you the opportunity to see what it's like from your customers in. And the reason you want to become your first customer is that we're able to pay ourselves back. That's the beauty about TLC. Another thing that I like about being our own customer, like last week we had a BOGO on, let me just scroll down. We have a BOGO on NutriBurst, and we had the BOGO on the detox tea, our instant original tea. And so with TLC, when they announced and they says you can buy from your business account and your customer account, that is a double win-win. So you want to tap, and whatever the limit is, they'll let you know, but it's like if you order from your customer account, you're paying back Sean Williamson in the business account. It gives you the opportunity to see what the commission is going to be like. And also with TLC, which I'm going to go down a little further as far as TLC Pay, you have to have a certain amount of $12 before you can actually, without any expense, order your card. And that's going to be your first commission. Also, it has to be a minimum of $12. You can have less sitting on your account, but it won't pay out until it's at least $12. So hope that makes sense. It'll carry over. So you just factor, what if you go in and you use the BOGO last week of the NutriBurst? Now we know that that is a 40 volume product. We get paid out at 50%. So that gave you $20 in commission if that's the only thing that you order. So the beauty about that, you get to set up your own commission, getting your TLC Pay card or being able to, start getting your commission. So you want to set up your customer account by becoming a preferred customer. Now, we can't duplicate emails. Our system recognizes once that email is in there, they say, hold up, that email belongs to Aaron. So Patricia, you can't use that. So if you have a business account, your email is going to be one thing, and then your customer account email is going to be something totally different. And until you remember it, you want to write it down, or on your devices, you want to save it. Like both of my customer account and my business account, I have them saved on my phone so I can easily go back and forth. So setting up the customer account is so important. We talked about the opportunity to pay yourself back. It also, towards your G5. Now, ever since we've come out with G5 Qualify, it is a huge opportunity. It keeps the momentum going. It keeps us engaged, just like the 10, 5, and 2. It's something that we shoot for every month. Every month we have a different incentive. Last month for July, it was basically $75, 50 plus an additional $25. This month is $50 back to us. And then for unlimited, plus each one of our 5 customers, every time we get a customer, they get $10, a $10 gift back. So that's another reason that you are one of those 5 when you first start out, with a minimum of 40 volume. Make sure you let your customers know they need to do a minimum of 40 volume. All right, so we have setting. Does anyone have any questions about setting up their preferred customer, their own personal customer account? Let me know, because I can't see you all. All right. Okay, perfect. So
Yes.
go right ahead.
How do I set up a preferred customer account for myself?
So when you go in, you're going to hit, let me hit this get started, and you're going to do it. May I ask who the question was coming from? Because I couldn't see.
Barbara.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. How long have you been a life changer, and who's your sponsor?
Since April, and Miss Chetty.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Every week we have our PODS training at 7 p.m. and each week there's a different topic and different trainer. And so it's a wealth of information. So I'm welcoming you to come back next week, okay? So we're going to go to create your preferred customer account. As you see, you're going to fill in your name, your email. Like I said, it cannot be the same email that you have on your business account. You're going to and it has a drop down. You're going to pick your preferred language. So when I hit that, you see English, France, so on, they're going to pop up. Then you're going to go down, and then you're going to create your username. Now, keep in mind, even with the username, we can't use whatever the username is. If it's in TLC, it'll say it's already in use, is invalid. You're going to create your passwords. It says please lengthen the text. So it has to be at least 8 characters. Going to enter your phone number, and then if you want to subscribe to news, I agree. If you want to agree to SMS and text messages, which is awesome because we get different alerts every single day, then you're going to subscribe if you choose to subscribe to news and promotions. Go down, enter your home address, make sure that's accurate. If you have an apartment number, unit number, you're going to put that online too. Make sure everything's fine, and then it's going to show you as your sponsor. You're going to be your own sponsor. So if John Doe had a picture, his picture would be here. And then you're going to acknowledge, yes, I'm 18 years of age. And then, do the acknowledgement. We have a 30-day return policy. It's going to go all into that. And then you're going to create the account. And so sometimes our customers will say, you know what, I purchased something. Oh, they say, oh yeah, I'm all set up. And so we've had situations where people are looking for orders and they're like, I don't see their order. Well, the person can go in and literally set up their account and not purchase anything. And so with you, it's the same. You can go in and you want to be prepared. Let's say you're not ready to order anything in your customer account. Tonight, Jack and John say, we're going to do a sample deal. Like we had buy one set, get the second set for free. Well, no, you can't do that on your customer account. I take that back. Let's say it's Nutriverse or Blossomy, and you say, you know what, I've been wanting to get that product. You have your customer information, you go in there and you can actually order from yourself. Now, the reason I can't keep going forward is because I wasn't able to plug in the information. This is the steps. You're going to start here. And when you get to the next page, it'll create the account. You're going to get a welcome email. Even though you haven't purchased anything, the welcome email will say welcome, you know, as a customer. Customer account looks a lot different than, not extremely different, but you have dashboards and it's going to say how many points that you have, and things like that. They have their own account just like we have our business account. Our business account is just more extensive. So did that help, Barbara?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. All right. And so now I want to go into what is extremely, all of that is important, but what's most important, I feel, is keeping our doors open. Now, I don't mind doing charity work, volunteer work, but and I want to see you all. I want to see some faces, because who like getting paid? Is there anybody here that don't like money? Anybody? Okay. So with that being said, we are here to make some money, and one way to not make some money is not be active. In a nutshell, don't be active, and your commissions, you just volunteered your time to help some people. You know, we are here to serve. I'm big on serving others and everything, but we want to get paid for our time, you know. And so where that starts is with our smartship. Having your smartship set up. Has anyone not set up their smartship? You haven't, Angela? Okay. Okay, great. So with your smartship, the way that we are a volume-based business, and the way that we actually generate volume is through retail sales, our monthly smartship, and then why do I always, LaShawn, I do this every single time. LaQuada, tell me the third thing. Like I know it, but I can't say it right now. Retail. Enrollment. Thank you. Thank you so much, LaShawn. Enrollment. And being that we can retail, but the volume is actually where we're working synergistically together to grow our business. And smartship is a major part of that, because from the retail sales, we only get 25% back into our binary, where smartship, we get 100% of the volume. So what that looks like, if I ordered a kit from, you know, Aaron, and a 3-product kit, now he's going to get, and I ordered it, he's going to get 25% of that volume back into his back office. He's going to get 50% payout. But when he orders it from his back office, volume flows up, you know. And so if someone up under him actually orders a kit, then he's going to collect the volume from that smartship as well. So we have in Bill for Your Legacy, we actually have 120 plus. Minimum volume that you have to remain active in TLC is a 40 volume. But I'm going to be quite frank, 40 volume is bare minimum. And if we go into Walmart or Target, they're not just going to have one product of each. They're not going to have one thing on the shelf. They're going to be completely stocked and ready to go. So having a smartship of a minimum of 3 products of 120, I'm going to go into the plus 120. Not only does it allow you to sit, you know, it's going to allow you to sip, sample, sell, and build. But your knowledge base is going to be greater. If you're only getting 1 product a month, we got what, 12 months? It's going to take you 12 months to know about 12 different products if you switch it up. But if you keep getting the same product, you're getting tea, that's all you know. And when we're meeting people, they're going to say, well, what about the NutriBurst? What about, you know, Stem Sense? What about Chaga? You don't want to seem non-knowledgeable in your business, because what separates me from LaShawn, you know, we all selling the same products, no different than when we're on social media and we're holding up a bottle. Why would a person come to me if my knowledge base is only on one product? And they go to LaShawn and she just rattling it down. If it's me as a customer, I'm going to pass on person that's less knowledgeable. So that's also another reason you want to have an adequate smartship, because it's going to increase your knowledge base. So 120 plus, build for your legacy. The other thing is, you can't even rank up as far as our actual first rank in our company. Apprentice is a halfway mark, but director is the true on paper. You have to have a minimum of 80 volume. So just imagine getting 1 product a month. your team, LaShawn and Renee, the team is doing so much activity. And because you're stuck on 40 volume, you didn't miss the opportunity because spillover didn't happen. It's not just the fact that you got to have the volume, you also have to have monthly smartship. So when I say, so let's imagine you have director volume, 1,000 on the left and 1,000 on the right, but your smartship is at 40. You're not going to hit that rank. That's just what it is. So 120 plus, what does that look like? So a few months back, our grand ambassador, Twyla Portis, Greg and Lanika Scott came together because I know how this was for me, and this probably was for Sean and LaQuadia, and I can't see everybody else on. Everybody got different smartships days, one on the 15th, one on the 10th, one on the 2nd. How do we get in sync so everybody can grow together? We plant the seeds together. So they said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a 120 on the 1st of the month, and then we're going to have a 40 volume on the 9th. Let me know if I'm missing anything you are wrong. The 17th, we're going to have another 40. And then on the 24th, we're going to have another 40. So first one, sipping, second one, sampling, selling, and you're building. However you want to look at it, 120, 40, 40, 40. So total, a person say, wow, I was that person too, like, oh my goodness. Well, when you're literally believing in our products, we know the products work, you're building your own testimony, you have a testimony, people are noticing that you're able to, as soon as you get those products, like now with any smartship I have, before I really have them, maybe a day or two, people are inquiring about those products. So in my smartship, I always make sure I get things that my customer base is asking for. So if you look at it from an investment versus an expense, it will make a lot more sense. So I look at it as an investment, and we all know that product on hand is cash in demand. Well, product in demand is cash on hand. So it's nothing greater if you got your smartships, your products there, and somebody says, you got that NutriBurst, Carolyn? You like, oh, and you thinking, well, I just paid for that. Well, it's right back out the door, So 120 plus, 120 on the 1st, 40 volume on the 9th, 40 volume on the 17th, and then on the 24th. If anybody has any questions, please put it in the chat. And LaShawn and LaQuadia, if you need to address that, please let me know. Again, it keeps your business open, and it gets you paid, because without your smartship and you say, well, you know what, I'm going to go back and do it. And let me go up to this tab. So I want to make sure, let me get out of this and go back. I hope everybody has their smartship set up, but if you don't, I'm going to, if I can drop this down, I might not be able to. Guys, it's kind of stuck, so I don't think I'm going to be able to drop it back down. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the share. Stop the share so I can be able to see you all. Perfect. Thanks everybody for being here. Everybody to join afterwards, because I didn't see you all. Thank you, Nathan, for being here. Appreciate it. So with the smartship, when you get ready to go in and set up the smartship, I was watching a video earlier because I feel like you can't ask people to do something that you're not doing and something you don't know. So I spend my days studying before I ever train or I want to share something. So a lot of information I'm like repeating. I've seen the smartship video. If you have doubt, you can go in and you can actually look at the smartship video. It's going to say create the smartship, and it's always your anniversary date from when you first joined, 30 days from that date. And then you go down after you get ready. It's going to be a whole slew of products, and you can pick those products, put them in there, set it up. Now, keep in mind, if you need to do any changes, matter of fact, I was talking to a representative earlier, and she said, as long as they do the changes before 24 hours before the smartship, they won't have a problem. Always make sure that the credit cards you have on file is current and up to date. The worst thing to happen is your credit card has expired and you thinking that your smartship is set and you lose, you got carryover volume and you done lost your volume because you're inactive. Another benefit to having the smartship, I can't remember if it's been a year or two ago, we now have a loyalty program. It's kind of like when we get points from the Sheetz gas station or, you know, different places. DSW have their program. So how the loyalty points go is when you get 3 products, TLC gives you, after your order has gone through, they're going to give you 10 points back. If you get 2 products, which is 80 volume, they're going to give you 5 points back. So the one thing that we have learned is just imagine having 120 volume over 12 months, essentially, or 11 months, your 12th month is like free for your 3 products because you've gotten 10 points back over that period of time. So that's going to help you. I don't want you to forget and you go back and you say, and then you've been out sharing and then someone say, oh, you know, Barbara, I ordered some products from you, and then you're inactive and you don't receive a commission. We definitely don't want that to happen. The other thing that I mentioned, we are all here to go together. Each one of us is directly connected to someone. We are directly connected to our leadership. So we're all looking to grow with the volume. And so with the smartship, it starts here, no matter who you join with, it goes up, 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 and it just goes all the way up to the top. So the volume, having your smartship set, is also a way for Jack Fallon to forecast. It's also a way for each one of us to forecast when we've moved, we've added in building and not just retailing. I don't want to say moved away from retailing because we're always retail. When you can forecast and you look down in your back office and you say, oh, up under me, you know, I see that there's 5 more people, and they may be 5 people you didn't even sign up, but you know, all 5 of those people are on a 120 smartship, and then on the, okay, somebody say something? Okay, thank you, LaShawn, for putting that link in there. I appreciate it. You look down and you see that it's 5 individuals that have a 120 smartship, and you say, you know what, I am running for director. It is 600 volt. This is you. And then 5 people on your left side have 120 that's coming up, and you said, I'm going to be on the next rank run. Just with those 5, that's 600 volume. And then on the other side, you may have another 5 people. That's all going to come up to you, and so on and so forth, as long as you're binary qualified and you have your smartship set in place. Let's see, your monthly other. Oh, okay. And then again, like you pick your favorite products, you become familiar, and then you add on new products. You know, you switch it about. You don't always, it depends on what your household actually need. 24 hours. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the smartship?
I do. Angela, how do you get to the smartship?
So when you go into your back office, there's going to be a tab. Do you use your mobile phone more, or do you use your laptop?
My laptop.
Okay, so it is different on the lap. So when you go at the top of your bar, it's going to be at the top going this way. On our phone, it's going to the left side. So it will say smartship, and you click on the smartship. And if you've never set it up, Angela, it's literally going to say set up your smart, you know, it's going to create smartship. That's what it says. It's going to be a nice little video. The video isn't very long. It goes into why you want to set it up and the benefits of it. And when you hit create, it's going to give you a date. Typically, the date was going to be the last time that you placed, or when you last placed an order, because you can go in manually, but you don't want to miss anything. So you want to get that set up. And then you go choose your products, go down, put your credit card information in, and save it. Okay. And make sure Stacy on here, if when you get, yes, she is. When you get a chance to do it, you know, reach out to Stacy. I'm sure she could be able to help you with it if you have any problems. Okay. And make sure it's always within the 30 days. So let me give you an example. Let's say today, my smartship isn't, you know, it's not due, whatever, but let's say I decided to place an order today. Technically, even though it's not my smartship, because I put volume in as a business owner, I'm not due for another order 30 days from today, the 3rd. But that's not our mindset. Our mindset is set that smartship on those proper days, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to say, well, when was the last time I placed an order? You know what I mean? Makes sense? Okay. All right, awesome. Anybody else have questions about, you're welcome, about the smartship? Okay, awesome. All right. Again, that ties into we are all, I know you all are servant leaders, but we are here to make some money, whatever that looks like for you, and how that goes into play is TLC Pay. So with TLC Pay, they actually set everything up, but Hyperwallet is the third party vendor like ADP. I don't know all the other companies out there. The ADP, yeah, I think that's the company that do a lot of payroll. I'm trying to make sure I ain't saying a security company. And so what you want to do is go in. Now, I talked to the young lady about that too. She says sometimes if anybody ever upgraded, and then she says even sometimes as a new life changer, they're finding that the TLC Pay portal is not automatically uploading. So she said if it's not automatically uploaded, we have a web form where you can go into the help desk, fill out the web form and say that you need the TLC you explain, and they will have that toolbar uploaded to the system so you can get paid. Now, keep in mind, again, to actually receive the pay, they will not pay out if it's under $12. It'll sit on your account and then it'll go to the very next week. So what you're going to do is everyone should receive, when you're a new life changer or if you switch over and upgrade, you're going to receive an email, and then the email is going to give you the actual steps on setting up the TLC Pay. Give me 1 second. I actually put the time. Does everybody have their TLC set up, TLC Pay set up?
No.
Justin shook his head no. Barbara said no. Okay. So let me make sure now. Also check your junk mail, because sometimes, you know, it may go to your junk mail. Look for that welcome. With somebody saying something, I didn't know if it sounded like a little echo. Okay, so yeah, so check your email. Then when you check your email, it's going to have step by step. Now, I also want you all to know this. Earlier today, I typically don't do this a lot, but I said, you know what, I'm going to really utilize this resource tab, because some of the information, a lot of the information I know, I said, I want to see what it looks like from somebody who may not know the information I know. Every single thing that I was looking for was right there. Whether it was the TLC Pay, it was the smartship. So if you go to the help desk, you type in, you know, help desk, and the first thing that's going to pop up is article. Every single thing that we could possibly want to know is going to be in the drop down. It's going to say setting up. Matter of fact, the screenshots I have, how often will my smartship process? Smartships, they break down how often, how can I receive loyalty points, rewards, enroll in smartships, every single. So I'm talking about the TLC Pay, it's the same thing. One thing that's in here is I have a TLC Pay card. Now, there's a very small fee, but when you get that commission, one reason that they have you at least have a $12 commission is they take that very small fee. LaQuadia or LaShawn, do you remember what the fee is to get your card?
Yes, 49 cents.
Thank you, LaShawn. 49 cents, you all. And so I've had individuals in the past, they were so eager to get their card, they didn't have any commission. It's like, okay, why do we want a card with no money on it? So you're going to end up paying for that. So once you get your commission, as LaShawn said, is 49 cents. So you want to get that set up. The other thing that you want to do is daily. Okay, we've had daily pay for, I think, almost 2 years. And I was so eager to have daily pay because I come from the gig economy. I used to be a Lyft driver, and so I know what that's like. I referee basketball, and so I get paid right there on the spot. You know, there's so many things I've done that I'm like, when Jack Fallon said daily pay, I said, sign me up, because I know that very well. Tyler Perry say, I didn't send my work in, and I want, you know, I don't want y'all to send me my paycheck. So that's the beauty about our daily pay. So you help somebody tonight up until 11:59 p.m. Actually, it's been later for me. Whatever you got to pay your insurance, or, you know, you're saving for something, that money is going to be on your account, but you have to opt in for daily pay. And when you go, if your TLC Pay portal is back there, did somebody have their hand up? I see one. I didn't know if that was somebody's hand. All right, maybe not. So yeah, when you go into your TLC Pay portal, you can slide it over to daily pay. And then, so what is what is actually, you say, well, what do we get in daily pay? Our retail sales is actually what we receive daily pay. The other ways that we get paid, the actual physical ways that we get paid, because we say you'll feel it, that's the 6th way. They all come on a weekly every Thursday. So a person says, well, I didn't get paid last week. So after we close out, so what we close out for last week, last Thursday, this is a week that TLC takes a snapshot of your back office, and then they're working the numbers, and then you'll get that on the next pay. So it's almost like, looks like 2 weeks, but if you have activity every single week, you're going to get paid every single week. So some of the other ways that we actually get paid is we have the TLC, they consider prepaid card, direct deposit. If you set up direct deposit, MoneyGram, you can get a check, PayPal, and Venmo. Now, right up under all of this that I have, everything that I was looking at has a download PDF. So it's not just there, you can download the PDF. And the other thing, so I've had individuals say, well, why do I have to give my social security number? It says US residents will be required to complete the Hyperwallet tax verification process. This is a requirement to be eligible for daily pay program. So because we do receive a 1099, so keep that in mind. If you opt in for daily pay, you're definitely going to have to do that as well. I think RTL. And so what Hyperwallet does is, when I asked the young lady, she says, well, Hyperwallet handles our TLC Pay card, and for confidentiality, TLC doesn't have all of our pay information. They set up the account, but Hyperwallet actually tend to that. She said, if you also want to transfer any money from your Hyperwallet, you would do that through Hyperwallet. And if anyone has a Hyperwallet number, I don't have it in front of me. If you need it, I can give it to you. One thing that I also want everybody to know is, if you're unaware of our times, TLC is open Monday through basically Saturday, 24 hours. And then on Sunday, we close at 6 p.m. Actually, we're open all the way through Sunday up until 6 p.m. They close at 6, and then they open back up at 12 a.m. midnight Sunday, which is actually Monday morning. So any questions you have, what I wanted to add about that is, let's use our resources, our that's actually in our back office. A lot of great information is back there. And today I put it to the test. And the reason I say that is, you all know, when we have great deals, we have the $25 sign up, different things going on. We do not want to call and accuse, say, you're number 150. Well, what's happening is a lot of individuals are calling, asking other questions. We want to leave those lines open if we got customers, because it's nothing worse than you've been sampling, you've been prospecting with individuals, and they decide to call in, and it's a negative experience. We want our customers to get through so they can place an order. We want to be able to get through and be able to place our orders. We don't want to be tying them up with questions that we can just, take a few minutes. We live in a microwave society where we want everything right now, but we can go do our own research, so use customer service for getting sales. If you got some certain issues, use the web form. They're very helpful. Use your upline, your sideline. I tell my team, get to know the people around you. We all are one big family. We say we love each other, period. Now, also, if you are collecting spillover volume from somebody, thank them and reach down and say, hey, Sam, we need to get to know each other. Or Harlem, let's get to know each other. What do you do? The reason being is you're benefiting from the people around you. So if there's information to be given out, reach out to because your sponsor may not always be available, but you're connected. Many people have different groups. I know LaShawn has a group. I know Nathan has a group. And so Angela and Joe have groups. Reach out to those other individuals. We are here to work together like a classroom, okay? So that is the spill on TLC Pay, Hyperwallet. I said you're going to get the first email. They're going to send you a link. You click through, and it's going to give you all the steps to set up. If you have a problem, and if you don't receive the email, you can call in or use the web form so you can get that activated. Daily Pay must opt in. let's see, weekly. We get paid every single week on Thursday. Typically, my pay is in by like 9, no later than 11 a.m. So get an email. There's nothing I have to do. Setting up the customer account, we went over how you set up. You are your first customer as far as getting G5 with the minimum of 40 volume. So you want to be a product of the product. That's one reason that you want to. You have your smartship. But when you are a product of the product, you are creating your own stories. Stories actually, and you want to use realistic stories. We all have our own avatar. Angela's audience is going to be different from my niche audience, same for Barbara and Nathan. But so be unique to you. We learn from each other, but I can't be Nathan. I can't be LaShawn. I can't be LaQuadia or Stacy. So master your story and tell your story. Your story should be able to just follow up. I don't want to get off track because that's another week of pod. The reason I said that is because we are using these products and we don't order our products, invest in our products and have them sitting on the shelf. We want to create some testimonies, our own testimonies. When I first joined TLC, I used to have to use other people's testimonies. Now, only if I choose to, but I have enough of my own stories because when people meet us, the first thing they say is, do you use these products and what have they done for you? They want to know firsthand. They don't want, if I shared all you all's testimonies, they'd be looking like, oh, do she use these or she just trying to sell me something? So be very mindful of that. Okay, allow us to pay us back. So that's what I was saying about the TLC Pay. Deals and the deals, you are able to get the deals. Turn on your holding tank. Is everybody familiar with our holding tank?
No.
All right. So thank you, Barbara. So the holding tank is there. So let's just say, you're out sharing and you got people that want to partner with you and 2-3 people in 1 week. They're like, Barbara, I'm ready. I need this extra money. And I think these products are going to help me. I know a lot of people I can help serve. And so you're like, wow, where do I place these individuals? And you have your binary placement on a balanced bill. But 2 people might be better being here and 1 person, you can put them in your holding tank and within 24 hours, actually, she says it flushes out. So you turn on the holding tank, end of the day at 11:59, it's going to flush out, and based off of your binary tree placement, it's going to place the individuals how you have it set. But if you say, you know what, I want to place them myself because I think Madeline and Stacy would be better together. Both of them, you could click on their name, drop them down in the spot and place them where you want to place them. So we turn on our holding tank. I want to say with that, it's almost like you are borrowing faith to see that your business is going to be growing, because a person's, well, why would I need that? If you're thinking I'm only going to sign up 1 person a week, but you're supposed to be thinking growth. We thinking growth. I'm thinking, last month, it was a perfect example. I signed up 3 people in July. My goal was to sign up more. In that process, I had my holding tank on and I strategically placed them where I needed them to be placed, if that makes sense. So your mindset is, I'm growing and I need this holding tank on, okay? If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to myself or get back to your sponsor. And if your sponsor don't know, always there's someone above your sponsor, they'll be able to help you as well. So that is the holding tank, which is extremely important. Requests, okay, let's see, small fee. We went over the card, Hyperwallet, pay options. I went over the options, and if you forget, you have, okay, so as far as placement, if you forget to do the placement and they weren't placed where you wanted them to be, you have 72 hours. You have to request through the web form as long as it's 72 hours from when the person signed up. And keep this in mind, you all. So sometimes we might look in our back office and we're like, well, I got people here, there, and you want to move people around. People would be moving all like musical chairs. TLC didn't say there's a cutoff point. So within 72 hours, you can have that taken care of. But after that, they're placed where they are on the tree. And out of respect for the fact that people are seeing what's going up underneath them, you have to leave people settle, because if people moving all over the place, you can't project what your future volume and business is going to look like if people are hopping from side to side. Okay, resource help desk. Use it, use it, use it. Save customer service for sales. Make sure, now, this is the last thing I want to share with you all. And this is a little side note to everything else. Is everybody familiar with 1052? All right, perfect. I see here. Anybody not familiar with 1052?
I'm not.
Okay, Barbara, thank you for sharing. Aaron, thanks for nodding, and Justice, I appreciate it. 1052, that is our sampling system. We sample 10 people. We're looking to gain 5 new customers and 2 new business partners. Now, I had a situation as well as one of my business. Florence Bang is my personal business partner. It's a very sweet person. And so we're on a rank up run this week. And I happened to look in her back office, and there was an acknowledgement button that she hadn't clicked. And I said, Florence, can you call me? That's money she's leaving on the table. So what I want you all to make sure you do, we sample 10 people, whether you send out samples through our TLC Life Changer app, and they pay the $4.95 or $5.25 for the actual shipping, or it's kind of an honor system. Our company looks at it like, if you just gain 5 new customers and 2 new business partners, you've been talking to somebody. So that's where the honor system. They don't see it, actually, they can see it in our back office if you did the 10 samples. But if you go out and you're sampling people or whatever, and you gain 5 and 2, the acknowledgement little button, and it's going to have like a little trophy, is going to pop up. Make sure you check that. Well, Florence said, well, Patricia, I didn't do it in the back office. I said, but you gained 5 and you did 2. I want you all to not, make sure you pay attention. If you see that back there, acknowledge it, because we're not leaving any money on the table. That's $50, okay? With that, like I said, it's the honor system, or you can do the back office. Another thing that's so important that I learned. So let's say you get a customer that become a life changer. Try to make sure it's a week apart. I've been told that our system has a way of getting confused if that person becomes a life changer within the same week. If it's within a week apart, you see, okay, they transition from. So my situation, why my 1052 didn't come up, I had my last customer at about, to get G5, like about 11 p.m. on Thursday night. And then they also, it was kind of confusing because one of my customers became my business partner. So I had to call in. But so I put on here, manage your prospects, manage individuals, make sure you have a journal and keep track of who you've converted over, life changers. So if you don't see that you've gotten compensated, it's $50 all the time for 1052 at this point. I want you to not leave anything on the table. If you're out sharing and blessing people with our products, we do charity work, but I want you all to get compensated. That's pretty much all that I have to share. I appreciate you all for being here. I'm gonna open up the lines if anybody have any questions. I didn't want to be long, but I wanted to go through. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you can't, reach out to your sponsor. But I thank everybody for being here. I definitely thank my global director, LaQuadia Smith, and my national director, LaShawn Williamson. She's also one of the trainers on the pod. LaShawn trained last week. I'm not sure. LaShawn, who's training next week?
I'm sorry, I do not know.
You don't know. Okay, no worries. But whoever it is will be great. It's either going to be Renee Summers, Executive Director Renee Summers, or it's going to be Executive Director Kimberly Mills, or the 5th week is Executive Director Lynn and Lisa Freeman. So it's probably Renee or either Kim. Thank you, LaShawn. Does anyone have any questions? You're welcome, Jennifer. I thank you for being here. I thank everybody for being here. And Stacy, congratulations on your new business partner. I'm going to send her a nice little journal that she can use. Angela was the first one on. She said she was going to be here regardless. And I love that.
Thank you. That's awesome.
You're so welcome. Thank you for encouraging her to be here. Does anyone have any questions?
And thank you again.
So welcome, Angela. Thank you. I'll see if I can go through this. Bronze, thank you. Sherilyn, Jennifer, LaShawn, Justice, Aaron, Kamisha, Ashley, Stacy, Doris, Madeline, Nathan, LaQuadia, Twanda. Twanda told me this morning she would be on. Thanks, Twanda. Sam, Barbara, Angela Booker, and Angela. I thank each and every one of you all. If you all weren't here, I wouldn't have nothing to even train on. So I'm so grateful for you all being here. So I guess until next week, I have another call to hop on very shortly. Oh, and make sure you all get your guests on. I can take my glasses on. You know, you get to a certain age, and all of a sudden I can't see close up, so I couldn't read what was on the paper. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Go for your legacy every night. Our leadership comes forward. Tonight is going to be Cordell Williams out of Philly, a national director, and he's going to share. It's always great energy. And those calls aren't really for us. It's for us to get our guests on the line. And each time there's someone different. LaShawn, I think, did it last week. She's going to do it again this week. When they come on, it's for them to hear something of value. And even if you don't get a chance, send them the link. They can't hop on Team Advance in our private groups, but all of that is for us to, every person that come on and share has a different background, a different story. LaShawn is a mom, so she shares from the standpoint, she wanted to come home. Her and Avery have their kids and she got tired of going to work, and care costs a lot of money. I have children too, they're older, so I know how that works. Cordell and Khadijah, they have a different situation. If LaQuadia and Mark was sharing, they have a different story. So capture the stories and you'd be like, who is this for? Oh, that's my friend such and such. Oh, this is the person I go to church with. Let them hear different people's story until you gain your stories. And sometimes our stories don't even pertain to the people we know. So we got to get out of our way and edify these other individuals, because edification is huge. Edify them and let your guests hear something from them. Then you say, so what did you hear? What did you like most about what you heard? And be quiet. Don't get to talking. Learn to be a great listener, okay? And when they talk and you write down, oh, I like when Cordell said this, this, and this, and you say, so based off of what you said, this, and this, we retell, that shows that you're paying attention, okay? So that's my spiel, you all. Thank you so very much for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you all, and I'll see you all next week on next week pod. Bye. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. You're so welcome. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night. Yeah, I'm
Good
done.
night.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.